Hey, happy Thursday. How's everybody doing today? Denise Willick-Peterson, Hormone Boot Camp, and today we are on part 4 of the Support Your Cycle series on what should you eat every week of your cycle, right? Today we are talking about Laid Back Leona and what is she eating week 3 of her cycle. Okay, so first and foremost, we need to take into account week 3. Laid Back Leona. Ovulation has just happened. Your body temperature's increased, a smidge. Most of us aren't going to notice it unless we're taking our temperature every morning, right? And estrogen is declining. Progesterone is starting to increase. So a few different things are happening. But first, we always start with the basics. 125 grams or more of protein every day, and get your vegetables and your water. Next, we layer in what phase she's in. She's in the progesterone phase now. After ovulation, we switch from estrogen to progesterone. So with this switch, we switch our seeds. If we're seed cycling, we're switching to sesame and sunflower seeds. Again, you can just 1 tablespoon of each raw. You can just eat it by the handful, which is what I do while I'm making my protein shake. You can add it to a smoothie. You can add it to yogurt. You can add it to protein balls. You can do whatever you want with those seeds. 1 tablespoon unsalted raw. Okay. Next, we need to take into account digestion is starting to slow down. So as we eat our vegetables and our fruits, we're going to want to start cooking them, right? Just to help break it down so that the body can take that all in. Next thing that changes during the progesterone phase is now we are into a warming food cycle. So for this week and next, 3rd and 4th week, we're eating more beef, more bacon, more venison. We've added back in warm beverages. We've changed our spices to spicier things, cinnamon, cloves, turmeric, peppers, hot spicy stuff, right? We've changed our beverages. Wine and coffee fall into this section, right? And then we also want to remember exercise. We've just come off of the week with Shira Sherry where workouts are super easy and the estrogen is dropping. So maybe during the first part of the week, still feeling pretty strong, but by the end of week 3, we're starting to think, man, this workout was hard. Didn't I just do this last week and it was so easy and now this week it's so hard? Yeah. That's where we're at. All right, so a typical day for Laid Back Leona might look like some yogurt and berries because yogurt's back in, dairy's back in, yay. Some coffee with some collagen in it, yay, coffee's back in. And some baked cinnamon apples. Cinnamon, we've got the spices, baked apples because we've got to bake our produce, and bacon. Yay, yay. We've got warming spices, we've got baked vegetables, we've got bacon. For lunch, might look like a vegetable beef soup, right? So warm soup versus a cold salad, cooked vegetables, beef. Yay. We're supporting the warming foods, supporting the warming temperature, getting some of that beef. Yum. A little bit later in the afternoon might look like a protein shake. Remember, whey protein is going to be more easily broken down and used by the female body than the soy protein or the plant-based protein. So just have that in mind. If you are using plant-based protein, you're going to need to probably start doubling down on that just as you get a little bit older. For supper, let's have a steak. Yeah, because beef is back in. Maybe with some pepper on it, ground pepper, and some roasted Brussels sprouts. Cook the Brussels sprouts, bring the steak, have the pepper, right? And then before bedtime, might want to consider another protein shake. Now, during the progesterone phase, instead of carb cycling, we're going to add in 2 days of fasting. 1 day on week 3 and 1 day on week 4. Just 1 day. Let's not go crazy. I've talked about the female-supported fasting before, but remember, it's not a total fast. It is the day before. You want to preload with protein. You want to get a little bit more protein than normal. And then the day of, you want to have some easily digestible 500 to 700 calories. So if you're going to go on to a fasting day, you want to double down on that protein the day before. I usually have a protein shake in the morning. I have some bone broth that I sip on throughout the day. I eat some baked leeks as I get hungry, and then usually end the day with a protein shake as well, depending on how hungry I am. Sometimes it's just go to bed. Why do we switch to fasting? Because in the estrogen phase, your body prefers to run on carbs. But as we switch over to the progesterone phase, body starts wanting to use fat as fuel. Can be another reason why your workouts start feeling harder, right? Because carbs, when your body's using carbs as fuel, are very quickly converted into energy and can be used very quickly during the workout. But to convert fat into a usable source of fuel takes a lot more energy, a little bit more processes, and this could be why it's a little bit harder to work out, because the body's also working on pulling that fuel out and using the fuel. So be on the lookout. Tomorrow we are going to talk about how we're going to eat even different again for Yoga Yvonne on week 4 of the cycle. Have a fantastic afternoon.